The Liberty University figure skating team has had quite the interesting season. Due to COVID, the team wasn't allowed to really travel anywhere to compete, but they were able to still find ways to make their spring season a positive one.
So I think since we weren't able to compete and travel anywhere, we tried to build the team from within and with the resources that we have around us. So in the fall, we had a webinar with one of our skaters' coaches, longtime coaches who now lives in Colorado, Robin, and she worked with us on off ice so that when they went away for the holidays, they had things to work on off ice. In this semester, what we worked on is something called Strengths Quest assessment, and so our entire team took the assessment, and we just recently had a little seminar just seeing how our strengths work well together and where they lie on a graph. And then we had a little information on that, and then we'll build upon that for next year.
Our competitions where we would have traveled normally all got canceled due to COVID. We unfortunately weren't able to travel, which definitely was a little bit upsetting for a lot of us, but we did have the opportunity to compete virtually in our team maneuvers event, which was really exciting. It was our first, virtual competition, and we ended up getting second in all three of our team maneuvers events, which was really exciting considering the year that we've had.
Because the team was not able to travel, the figure skating team competed virtually this year. While it did have some challenges, the team was excited to at least be able to compete in something.
So it was really weird doing virtual competitions just because we don't really have just that competition atmosphere. So normally we have people in the stands watching us, but virtually, obviously it's just the camera and us and our team. So that was really different, but we did really good. We placed second in all our categories, so that was really good.
Being able to compete virtually is a very different experience because we don't have an audience. It's nice because normally for practices we don't have a lot of people, so being able to have the audience and be able to connect with the audience, because that's definitely one of the best parts of figure skating, is being able to connect with the audience through performance. But not having that has been a bit of a damper, but we still enjoy it because we still have our teammates who cheer us on from the sides, no matter whether we have a competition or we're just practicing.
For their first and only virtual competition, the figure skating team skated away with 3 second-place finishes.
They were pretty excited. I know when I first saw the results, we were all just kind of receiving them by email, and I know the coaches and I were excited about their placing and then being able to look at the protocol related to each one and go over them with the girls. They were excited. They didn't realize that maybe a spin or a jump was executed as well as it was scored. So that really boosted their morale and knowing that they're moving in the right direction, and then as we move towards the finals, they're challenging themselves to do even better so that they can get, when they receive the next protocol, that they'll see some improvements there.
We had no idea how we were going to place in these events. Again, it's our first virtual event. We had absolutely no idea how it was going to run, how it was going to work, and whether or not we were going to place well. So it was absolutely super rewarding and exciting just to be able to finish second. I think everyone was a little bit surprised, but we're capable of that, and I think it showed that we are capable of that even in a year where it's not normal, that we can compete at that level even if it's virtual.
We didn't really know how it was going to turn out. Obviously we can't really see the other teams, we don't know what they're doing, so we kind of just went into it. We did the best that we could, and I think we did really good with 3 second-place finishes.
Finally, the figure skating team has been working on testing to end their season. Testing is where a figure skater skates to a certain style and is then judged to see if they can move up levels within figure skating. While testing, the Lady Flames are also preparing for their final event, the Exhibition of Hope, that will be put on here in the LaHaye Ice Center.
Right now we're just practicing for our testing session. That's through April, and so that's just practicing our skills and just trying to move up in levels. And then our Exhibition of Hope is April 24th. So that's coming up, so all the girls are really excited about that. We get to put our programs together and stuff like that, so I know we're really looking forward to that.
Being able to have our testing allows us to be able to move up in level and work on something just individual as a skater that will help us as a team in the long run, being able to compete in more events and just build ourselves up as we bring in new freshmen and as our seniors sadly graduate. And then having the Exhibition of Hope gives us something that allows us to have more of a lighthearted season, because we don't have to worry about judges. We can just kind of goof off but still add in difficult compete in our programs and be able to just have fun with it.
Unfortunately, we did not get to go to nationals this year. I think that was a little bit upsetting, but we wanted to take the month of April and finish on a high, and so we are hosting a virtual test session so a lot of our girls can continue to test up through those levels and grow as a team. And we are hosting a show at the end of April. It's called the Exhibition of Hope, and it's just kind of a last showcase for our girls, for our seniors, just to kind of wrap up the year and finish on a high.